that subject area, and then you'd have the option of opting out, and they'd notify you that it's coming up.
You just really have to be
Yeah,
on
so it's
top of
nothing,
things.
it's nothing new, but it is still a part of the,
But we're working to
Well, it
correct that.
depends on the school, depends on the district, it depends on, you know, parents who've probably been involved. It depends on how far they're willing to push the envelope. In Litchfield, we had a few years ago, a parent that was bothered by, her son was in high school, a book that was assigned with that agenda in it. And she was bothered by it, and she took it to the school board, and there was a couple reading assignments, and one was about a crack cocaine addict and how she was raped and all kinds of disgusting things. And so she took it to her school board and, you know, presented, you know, you have, as parents, you do have to challenge these things. You just don't, you know, this is your money, you are paying for the school, these are your kids, and, when you're electing school board members, how about asking them those questions? That's a great question to ask for a school board member. What would you do if this came, you know, into our school? How would you handle that? And then, how are you going to hire the superintendent? The superintendent answers to the school board. So how are you gonna hire a superintendent that makes sure that, you know, it's supposed to be the community values, and it's supposed to be, you know, how do you even know what the community values if you're not even asking us what our values are? You know, so those kind of things. But I would say go to your school board, who's ever running for school board. I know that Jillian ran for school board. I mean, you know, you have such quality, good people out there who are willing to listen to parents. I mean, those are the kinds of things, you know, I'm not here to make judgment. Teaching at home, you know, come on, we don't need to bother little kindergartners with those kind of things. And, you know, but you as a parent, you're still paying. Look at what your tax bill is every year.
Yeah.
And too many people just, you know what, I'm just not putting my kid in that school, I'm gonna walk away, and I'm gonna put, you know, homeschool, I'm gonna put him in private school. Really? Because would you call somebody in to do work on your home for $10,000 a year if you did not like the quality of workmanship on your house? But you're writing a check, $10,000 a year to that school? You're writing that check every single year, and you're not even bothering to comment when you see something offensive in that school. I don't care whether your kids are in that school or not. You have a right. I do. I've been living in Bedford for 12 years. My kids have never been in the school, and every week they hear from me. And I tell you what, when they're doing something that I don't like, they know it. They know it, because I'm telling them exactly what I think. I'm paying those bills. So, you know, I don't know what's going on in your school, but you have every right to go in and look at that curriculum, go in and ask those questions of your school board members. What would they do? No matter what the subject, no matter how controversial it is. You know, I mean, political. Do they have a
I
right
just
to
want
do
to say something that we've had at our high school for several years. I want to say it was when my oldest daughter was maybe a junior, she came home and says, "Oh, Mom, if we're silent for a day, we don't have to do any
that?
homework."
A day of silence.
And so what does that mean? Well, it had to do with, and you know, I'm not going to take one side or the other on this issue, but it had to do with gay and lesbians. So the issue that really bothered me, I said, wait a minute. I said, so they're asking you to be silent to the issue.
Were they asking her, or were they just allowing it to happen?
They were allowing it to
Okay, 'cause
happen.
there's a difference.
But they were saying if you're silent for a day, it was started by a student.
Right, I know.
But
exactly.
I can tell you that